I'm Kristen. I'm from Talk to the Hand Mamas, and I just want to share with you 5 of my favorite Halloween books and how I use them in the therapy sessions, and also I use them with my own children. So I use these as both a speech therapist and also as a mama. I'm going to start from the youngest and I'll work my way up. One of the classics, 5 Little Pumpkins, is awesome. I use it for just some simple story retell, and you can start by what does the first pumpkin do, the second, third, fourth, fifth, for phenomenal concepts. I also like to work on some simple facial expressions. You have like the sad pumpkin, the happy pumpkins, and then a little bit of a surprised or scared pumpkin. You can build some simple vocabulary for Halloween in terms of ghost. You can talk about haunted house. You can do, there's witches in the air. You can start doing some simple plurals for pumpkins, witches, ghosts, all sorts of things. And you can just talk about how the pumpkins go away at the end. And sometimes I'll even have my kids in my social groups act out being the different little pumpkins and doing the simple dialogue just to kind of help build that awareness. My next book is called What's in the Witch's Kitchen. This is a hilarious book. My kids absolutely love this book. They think it's so funny. It's nice because you can open the flaps left or right. I remember this is broken a little bit. Some of my kids broke these. But the nice thing is there's a yummy thing on one side. So this one's yucky, slimy frog spawn or toffee popcorn. So I'll work on cause and effect with kids in therapy. So I'll work on if I open it to the yucky one, they go, ew. If I open it to the yummy one, they go, mmm. So this one's nasty goblin's pee, and this one is nice strawberry tea. So they'll go, ew, and then, mmm. And I'll even start some simple do you want questions. Do you want goblin pee? Ew, no. Do you want strawberry tea? Yeah. So those are some fun ones, and what's cute is at the very end, in the back door, there's a witch in the kitchen, and the kids think that's so funny. So I have them pretend to knock and say, who is it? And that's really fun for them. The next book I have is Big Pumpkin. This is a classic that a lot of teachers use, and I like to use it in my therapy sessions a lot, especially in my social groups. Really great vocabulary. I'm just going to flip to one of my favorite pages. The entire book, these characters, it's very predictable text. They always say the same thing. So if you're ever doing narratives in social groups and you want your kids to start acting out, they can start acting out the different dialogue, which is really fun for the kids. So they say the same thing every single time. The witch always says, you know, and she says, it's big and it's mine and it's stuck on the vine and Halloween's just hours away. And they always go, I can try, I'm bigger and stronger than you. So my kids love acting this up. I'll blow up orange balloons and I'll tape them to a jump rope, and I'll pretend they're pumpkins on a vine, and I have them act out trying to pull the pumpkins off the vine. It's super cute. I'll have them wear little name tags or little pictures of which character they are so they can remember, and then they'll step in and I'll help cue them when to step in. It's also great vocabulary. As you see here, there's a big pumpkin, a witch, a ghost, a vampire, a mummy, and a bat. The kids really love acting this book out, and at the end they all get to eat pumpkin pie. So it's a really nice simple story narrative. It starts with the witch planting a seed to make a pumpkin. It's too heavy to take off the vine, and then slowly all these other characters come in and start joining to try to help, boasting that they're stronger, but they all can't do it. And at the end, the bat gets a great idea, and they all pull together, and the pumpkin comes off, and they have a party, and they all eat pumpkin pie. Whoop, whoop. Anyways, yummy, fun book. That's one of my favorites. Another classic, the same author from the Gruffalo, Room on the Broom. A lot of people know this. Again, very predictable text. You can have the kids act out, similar idea. It's nice for starting some problem and solution. You know, what does she lose? And some of that vocabulary as well. She lost it and who found it. Some simple irregular past tense verbs. A lot of the kids love this one. Again, the problem, what do they think is going to happen? There's the dragon breathing fire, and the witch faints and her friends come and save her. I like to also introduce some perspective taking and simple theory of mine. You know, what does the dragon think this is? It's a big monster versus what is it really? It's really all the different animals covered in mud. So that's some good perspective taking. The last one is my absolute favorite. It's 10 Timid Ghosts. There's so many things you can do with this book. There's a lot of inferencing throughout it. The whole point is the witch is trying to scare all the ghosts out. Again, beautiful for vocabulary. She's trying to scare the ghosts out of the haunted house, and then it backfires on her at the end, and the ghosts scare her out, which is awesome. But there's a lot of inferencing. You know, for example, she's trying to be a skeleton here, but you see her in the window. And there's always a sneaky ghost with the pointy head who sees what she's doing, but the other ghosts are all scared of her. And each page I'll have the kids try to find that pointy-headed ghost to see how she sees the witch and how she's not being tricked by the witch. So it's a really nice visual for that. And so, again, theory of mind, perspective taking, you know, what's really happening is the witch is pretending to be a skeleton, but what do the ghosts think? They think it's a real skeleton. So it's a really nice book for contrasting real and pretend. And each picture too, there's some cute ones where, you know, there's some clues in the picture. So I have the, how do you know? I work on that question a lot. How do you know that it's not really a ghoul? Well, we see the string, we see her bat earrings, we see the ghoul costume box. So even for the older kids, you can work on some of those inferencing skills. So this is absolutely one of my favorites. Again, here she's a vampire scaring the ghost. Here's the pointy-headed ghost. She sees the ketchup, the fangs where she cut it out, the powder. So the ghost sees, and at the very end, you know, she's used all these things, a spider, a rat, and at the end, she tries to scare the clever ghost, which is not scared. She knows that's not really a mummy, but she goes and tells all the other ghosts, and they get together and they decide they're gonna scare the witch out of their house. They're mad now, and they scare her, and she runs away and leaves, and then at the end, one of the ghosts is wearing her little hat that she forgot. She's flying off, and here comes some trick-or-treaters. So this is a really beautiful kids book. It's really nice illustrations, a lot of inferencing, a lot of how do you know, a lot of real versus pretend. It's a really, really fun book, so I highly recommend it for perspective taking. It's one of my favorites, and my kids think it's hilarious both at home and at work. So there you have it. I hope this helped you in your therapy sessions, or I hope it helped you give you some ideas on how you can use these books with your children. If you have any questions, please feel free to write them in the comments below. Please like us, subscribe us. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Talk to the Hand Mamas, and we look forward to hearing from you. All right, thank you. Talk to the Hand.